Welcome back to another episode of Azrael Reacts. I'm your boy Azrael, and today we doing something different because American Indians, aka Black Americans, have put everybody on the chopping block. Like, I ain't even fucking around. Everybody is on that bitch. Like, everybody's like, what this group do? Like, I understand you guys boycotting Africans, but what this group do? What this group do? It's like, no, we boycotting everybody. It's just African want to speak up about it, so we're using them as an example. But boycott is for everybody. If it's not Black American or American Indian owned, we're done. Only the bare essential needs is what we're buying from other places. Otherwise, we're done. It's not that hard to find. You can find what is owned by Black Americans and buy from them, or American Indians and buy from them, instead of wasting your money and putting it back inside these fuckers' pocket. Fuck all that. Give us the money that we're owed. Stop trying to assimilate us into y'all fucking culture. We already knew we was the American Indians. Cherokee wants us to come in now because their shit is fucked. Yeah, I bet you it is. But too damn bad. Too damn bad. Y'all had your opportunity and y'all waited until we said something. And then when we did, y'all gaslit us. It took a little Asian girl coming online to say something. And then y'all gaslit her. Just for her to turn around and like, oh no, they wasn't lying. They was telling the truth. That's crazy. But hey, I'm gonna stop all this rambling. We're gonna go ahead and get into these videos. If you enjoy the videos, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe because every little bit helps. And we thank you guys so much. Let's get into these.
They keep asking, why don't you call yourselves African? The real question is, why are they so obsessed with making us something we're not? We're not afraid of being African. We're just not interested in being misidentified. See, when they look at us, all they see is slavery, chains, fields, oppression. But we were never just enslaved. We were architects, educators, landowners, scholars, industrialists. We were the elite Black class who built hospitals, founded universities, started banks, and funded movements. We were pioneers, not passengers, founders, not followers. And long before immigration was even a concept, our bloodlines were already woven into this land. We didn't arrive, we were rooted. From the plantations of Virginia, to the parishes of Louisiana, to the backwoods of Mississippi, our people innovated, led, and rose, despite everything. But that's the part they never talk about. They don't teach you about Paul Cuff, the Black millionaire shipbuilder from the 1700s. They don't mention Maggie Lena Walker, the first woman of any race to charter a bank in America. Or Robert Church, the first Black millionaire of the South who rebuilt Memphis after they burned it down. No. They want you to believe we were all helpless victims so they can insert themselves as our rescuers or relatives. But we were never lost. We were never waiting for a continent to claim us. So now that we are claiming ourselves as foundational Black Americans, they call it hate. They say it's divisive. They say we're xenophobic. But let's be honest, you don't get called xenophobic for asking to be respected. You get called that when you stop allowing people to cosplay your struggle and siphon your shine. They mock us with words like Akata. They laugh and say we don't know where we come from. They call us pretendians. When we speak about our indigenous lineage, the same lineage their own ancestors never had to survive in this land. They say our grandparents are lying to us, as if oral history, DNA, and lived experience don't count unless it fits their narrative. But somehow, they get full tribal pride with zero documentation. That's not cultural pride, that's gaslighting. They question our indigeneity. They demand to know our tribe and our language, like we owe them an explanation. But here's what they don't get. We are the tribe, forged right here through centuries of survival and brilliance. Our language? You hear it every time you open your mouth to speak slang, rap, or rhythm. Our culture? You dance to it, dress like it, profit off it, and still you say we don't have any? Let's talk about the census. Right now it says Black or African American. But we didn't come from Africa in 1970. We weren't airlifted into hip hop and HBCUs. We created those things. And yet, while white Americans get white, we're boxed in as African, as if we're still in transit, like we're immigrants in the house we built. No more. We're not accepting second-class labels on first-class legacies. We're not just Black. We're not just American. We are foundational Black Americans. We laid the bricks. We wrote the music. We shaped the soul of this country. And now, we're calling for the record to reflect that. Not for vanity, for accuracy, for our children, for the culture. Because if they can name us, they can claim us. But if we define ourselves, they can't touch what they never built.
So I already said I'm gonna stop, like, proving stuff to y'all, but we're in a good moment. This post is doing pretty good, so I think I'm gonna help school. I'm gonna use what you're doing to help educate my people a little bit further, and give them some documentation. So let's do it. Alright, let's get into it. In 1924, Walter Plecker, as the head of Virginia's Bureau of Vital Statistics, reclassified most individuals who identified as American Indian. As colored. In 1924, Walter Plecker, as the head of Virginia's Bureau of Vital Statistics, reclassified most individuals who identified as American Indian as colored under the Virginia Racial Integrity Act. The term African American was not commonly used at this time. Instead, the categories used were white and colored. White and colored.
I remember that too. Oh my God. On movies. On TV shows. The late 1960s and early 1970s, there was an out of Africa movement. And coincidentally, around the same time, there was a burst of new Black artists in the movie scenes, on the music circuit, that promoted these same values. Is it a coincidence? I know, everyone knows that the way that Black people are portrayed in the media was controlled by the oppressors. The oppressors told Black people what they were. And let me help you put it into perspective, because we're going to use Shakespeare. This they man's. We're going to use Shakespeare. Shakespeare said two things that are very important to the colonizers. One, the whole world is a stage. They showing you that in real time. Two, the pen is mightier than the sword. Has been proven, because here we are. In Shakespeare's plays The Tempest, there's a character in there, Miranda. Miranda is the daughter of the lead character, Pompero. Mind you, Miranda is a woman played by a man, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just putting that fact out there. So Miranda is scrutinizing Caliban. Caliban is their slave. Miranda, in his own words, states, "When I met you, you spoke babble. You did not have a thought before I taught you the king's language. You did not know yourself before I taught you our ways." Mind you, when they got onto the island, Caliban and his mother were there. Pompero killed his mother because his mother was a high priestess. His mother was a shaman, a witch doctor, whatever you want to call it. He called her a witch. Mind you, I think it should be noted that Pompero was a magician. He literally was the king's magician. He killed Caliban's mother and took Caliban as his slave. Caliban showed them how to cultivate the land. Caliban showed them how to survive. Caliban even showed them where to obtain fresh water so that they could survive. But in their mind, Caliban wasn't even a person, wasn't even human, did not have a conscious thought before he learned their language and their ways. This is how your oppressor views you. Your oppressor came to this country, enslaved the inhabitants of this country under the guise that they were uncivilized. That is literally what they said. They are not civilized, so we must civilize them. And honestly, you live in proof that the children who are exposed to the propaganda believe the propaganda, because you believe that we have been proud of an African lineage that we never even claimed. Our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, our great-great-great-grandparents, they never claimed African lineage. They never said anything about us being African. They always told us that we were Indian. It was when the media started to portray black people as being from Africa that black people that claimed Indian ancestry or Indian lineage were ridiculed. That's what the media does. And you are living proof of that. What be boggling me is y'all literally will get on these social media apps and admit that the oppressors are literally creating false narratives and setting a stage to make you believe things that are not true, all up until it comes to us. When it comes to us, it must be, oh no, everything they say must be true about the blacks.
Scared to go at them. Yeah. Like it been in history. Everybody got their rights through us. Yeah. You go back in history, you don't see nobody else fighting them fights, getting hit with the water hoses or get the dogs. No, it was us. Everybody else got their rights off of our fight. Mm-hmm. And then they get the privileges, and then they start looking down on us like we the problem. Like,
nigga,
what?
All facts. These is all facts.
Nigga, we the reason you cracking right now. What is you talking about?
So how I think they don't like your delivery.
It's nothing
but
wrong
the message
with
is all a fact.
Man, this ain't DiGiorno's. I don't give a fuck about no delivery.
No, I agree with everything.
And this ain't Burger King. You can't have it your way. Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna be the truth, real raw and uncut.
What you said for sure.
So how do you feel about like these up and coming or these Mexican artists or Hispanic about their new rap style, the cadence, the attire that they present themselves in front of cameras? Like, what's y'all take on that?
We know what the take is. Everything is us. Everything is us. Everything is emulated through us. The cadence, the rap style, the look, the style. They getting edge ups now. Nigga, when I was growing up, essays didn't have edge ups. They was bald, nigga. Yeah. Niggas are getting straight lineups, fades. Everything is us. We set the precedent from here to Africa to China to Alaska.
Around the world.
We set the trends around the world. Everybody's a carbon copy of us. But once they get the success, a lot of people start to try to shun us out the picture like we not the blueprint.
So
the only reason why a woman would be cheating around on her husband is if he's terrible in bed. And y'all know that y'all are so sexually inexperienced, so sexually selfish, that you can't make that woman come. And that's why y'all marry them when they so young. Y'all got to work.
You are 1000% correct. The estimated 1.8 trillion buying power of black people includes the entire diaspora. But when you remove everyone else and you only include black Americans, it is still at $1.4 trillion. You guys are only about 400 billion. We have the other 1.4 trillion. We're unmatched.
Like me, when I was I came here to like the US when I was 7 years old, right there. For me, I would say like when we came, I used to hear like stories about like the transatlantic slave trade, I think it's called. And I used to ask my parents, actually, I used to ask them, why don't black Americans look like us? That's the first thing. So I do know I wasn't wrong when I was a child. I wasn't wrong. And the second point will have to be one that Dane himself made, like, where are all the ships and all the boats? Yeah, it's not a ship, it's boats. Those are any ships back then. Where are all the boats that they used? And the third point is, if you look at Africans, or not all Africans, but West Africa, you won't find like any stories point to any like huge slave trade. If it actually happened, there would have to be like stories. Like if you go ask your great grandparents, if you're African, then they would tell you about like white men like arriving on the beaches and kidnapping people or forcing tribes to kidnap other tribes. But there's not really like stories everywhere about that, so that's another thing that makes it not valid. And
hey, my name is CJ, and I'm here to talk about FBAs.
Share this video. So y'all really want to say y'all have black fatigue, and this exactly why we going into separation. Y'all just tell yourselves anything, right? So y'all know that Target has lost $12 billion, and we were spending $12 million a day. Their shares went from $145 a share to $93, and the CEO salary went down by 43%. So if you ever think is anything wrong with us coming together, and you ever think that we don't have no power, hold tight, hold your beer, because we coming for you. So I'm glad about that, and I think he said dollar store is next. The only thing that I don't like about it is that they saying, oh, they don't have DEI, and that's the reason why we doing it. DEI is not the reason why we doing it, but we should attack one business at a time, because they've been playing with us for way too long, and we are at a time in life where we can take advantage of something in a way that we've never been able to take advantage before. Okay, so self-sufficiency. If it's not owned by us, don't go there. Now the gas stations, we're gonna have to work that out. Okay, that we'll have worked that out. But as far as brands and stores, we could get it from us.
For all you African Americans out there, I'm gonna need you to do something for me. I'm gonna need you to go on ChatGPT and ask a question. You can ask it any way you want to, but this is how I asked, okay? I asked ChatGPT, using the term slide to mean try to rescue, did Africa try to slide for American slaves during chattel slavery between 1619 and 1865? And guess what ChatGPT said? Hell no.
Do any other natives find it weird that our tribes have to be federally recognized in order to be considered a tribe? Like, doesn't that seem like ass backwards? Especially when it's the same government that kind of like tried to get rid of us. And then on top of that, for us to be recognized as native, we also have to have a tribal card. And whereas I'm proud that I can prove my lineage and my history and that my people have kept our culture alive, it's like, it's just weird. It's just really weird to me.
Now I kind of see why they do not want us to drop the African from our American name. Do you know that African Cameroons are basically losing their temporary protections, and they need to be up out of here by sometime early August. So who is the real wild cat? Y'all know that's what Akata mean, the slur that they call us, some lost little cat who don't have a home. Who is the real Akata? And also, meanwhile, while Nigerian Africans are being kicked out and banned from every country, America is telling them no longer are you going to get 5-year visa to stay here and just parlay and chill. You only get 3 months and you need to go back home, or we're going to come find you and deport you. Deport you. Isn't that something that they would do to a wild animal? Like as far as catching them? If I was an Akata walking around, wouldn't they come capture me and take me somewhere? Who is the real Akata? How y'all go from a 5-year protection all the way down to a 3-year protection? Until you do right and put some respect on the American black people name. But yeah, while y'all was running around here secretly whispering and calling us the Akatas, okay, it looks like y'all about to be running around like some wild lost animals trying to find your way back home, okay? And y'all said it behind our back. Even when we was little bitty kids, we was bold enough to call y'all some African booty scratchers to y'all face, okay? So
Riddle me this. Why did they have an Aboriginal Negro write the almanac? Why did they have an NA or a Mexican do it? Why is a Negro writing about America? How things grow here, the stars, the way things work here. Why not the other people? Why do they have one of us writing about America? Because this is our land, and we know this land better than anyone else. That's why we wrote it.
Hey, I'm not even trying to be funny with this post. Whatever happened to Jamaicans saying that I'm not black, I'm Jamaican? Whatever happened to Africans saying I'm not black, I'm from Africa? I'm not black, I'm from Nigeria. I'm not black, I'm from Ghana. I'm not black, I'm Liberian. I'm not black. Now all of a sudden y'all black Americans. Nah, y'all can't fool us. Y'all done heard about that 14th Amendment that Trump passed. And y'all heard that the black Americans are the actual true Americans of this country. So now y'all want to be black Americans to avoid from getting shipped off. Cause I could have sworn y'all would say, I ain't black, I'm Jamaican. I'm not black, I'm Haitian. I'm not black, I'm Dominican. I'm not black, I'm from Nigeria. Now all of a sudden y'all black Americans. At first y'all would not claim black. Matter of fact, check the video I just posted before this one. And it's gonna show y'all saying it out y'all mouth that y'all not black. But all of a sudden y'all black American. Nah, that 14th Amendment got y'all shook.
Hello, my beautiful black Americans, and do I have a story for you guys today? Is it really Fulani braids, or is it really Fugazi? Is it really a convenient 24-hour braiding salon, or is it slavery repackaged and rebranded into a 24-hour braiding sweatshop? Let's check it out and you guys be the judge.
In case you needed to see it, niece. In case you needed to see what was going on down in Bowie. I don't know if y'all know, but Bowie got this little hidden gem that is like a little piece of Africa just sitting right in the mix smack dab of Bowie. Cameroonian queens, the aunties of the DMV. We're called Nadine Hair Braiding, and we are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Oh my, clutch your pearls. This is not what the dream meant when he said to sweat it out. But in all seriousness, this seems very familiar. Nadine's is open 24 hours, and one of the things they pride themselves in is getting people in and out. But the thing is, are you getting quality? Is the job getting done correctly? Or are they just simply trying to get the most amount of heads in and out as possible? I don't know. Let's hear from some of the customers of the past.
DMB girlies, can we stop posting Nadine's? I'm sorry, Nadine suck. I went one time, I was one and done.
Look, I normally don't do reviews, but I'm gonna do one fucking today. Nadine's, count your fucking days.
I'm starting to see more and more bad reviews about Nadine's braiding shop, and I think it's funny because y'all think the bad reviews is coming from the new shop being open, but they've been having bad reviews. They just delete the bad reviews.
All right, Nadine, count your days, because what is this? I just got my hair done on Tuesday. It's Friday. Why is my boho falling out? That's one. Two, I'm getting my hair braided and they in here arguing over top of doing my head.
I ain't never seen that many Africans braiding hair in one place.
What the fuck is going on? Now, Nadine's official TikTok page for the salon did do a response video to the young lady that called for a boycott against all African businesses. Is this why the Africans are in an uproar? Did they not want us to discover this? Did they not want us to figure this out? Is this shit sanitary? Like, serious, what the fuck is going on? Stay tuned for more.
Share this video everywhere. Repost this.
Look at this shit.
They really trying to do shit right underneath our nose. What the fuck? Are you for real? Bro, this is crazy. Yo, these people is determined to try to make us African. This is insane. It says the African Diaspora Heritage Month Act of 2025, designated as S340 in the 119th Congress, is a bill introduced in the Senate that aims to formally recognize and celebrate the contributions of the African diaspora to the United States. What? So basically, what they're saying is celebrate the contributions of the African diaspora. So what they're saying is they're trying to make it seem like they took us from Africa and we're the contributions that's been made, because Africa has not made no contributions here. Like, what we talking about? This is insane. But hold up. Yeah, so this is the act right here on congress.gov. Says that he started it January 30th, 2025. And let me screenshot this and let me show y'all who it is. Look who it is. Of course it's one of y'all. And of course he's a Democrat. Oh wait, his contact information. Yeah, maybe we need to call him and give us his thought, give him our thoughts. I really think that we should do that. But please share this video everywhere. Like, we really, like, y'all, they're really doing a lot. Like, this is insane.
TikTok just for entertainment purposes only. And for the Cherokee people who are trying to include us as Indians now, we good. That's the thing about all of them. They only want to try to include us. They only want to try to jump on the bandwagon when they know that their ass is in trouble. Now that the truth is coming out and everything else, now y'all want to try to hurry up and include us because y'all realize y'all losing everything, huh? Y'all realize that the little contract that y'all ancestors signed has now ran its course. Now y'all want to include us, that way it save your ass. No, we not saving nobody's ass. If you not a copper person, we're not saving your ass. We don't give a fuck how anybody feel. Y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say about me. If you ain't my people, I don't give a fuck. Two fucks what happened, how happened, what's going on with you, what you're losing, how you're losing it. I don't give a fuck about none of it. I don't feel sorry. I don't feel bad. I don't feel none of it. But nah, we good, though. We good. We don't want no parts. No. Because when we finally start doing this shit, y'all ass out the door, too. Yeah. Y'all can go find somebody else to fucking play with. Because we not it. We tried to be kosher with y'all motherfuckers for way too goddamn long. We tried to be cool, calm, collected with y'all for way too motherfucking long. Now everybody want to try. No. Y'all keep that same energy y'all had in the beginning. Go over there with your best friend, the white man. Because we cool. We good. Thank you.
Those are Americans. We don't need them.
We don't need
them. They were taken away, unfortunately, but they are Americans. We don't want them here.
What? They're your brothers.
They're not our
and
brothers.
sisters.
They're not our brothers.
They are.
If you were born in America and have lived there for 300 years, you're no longer African. Those are Americans. We don't need them.
We don't need
they
them.
They were taken away, unfortunately, but they are Americans.
So to ensure that I understand, this whole battle or argument with Black Americans and Africans is because Black Americans don't identify as African? So you threw 1,000,001 insults at Black people, disrespecting them, expressing how you really feel about them, in which they already knew. All this because Black people not arguing back and forth with you and they believe they are indigenous. And the funny thing is,
we been knew we were indigenous. Our grandparents have been telling us for years, since we was kids, that they were from no damn Africa. They've been telling us this. I had a fool tell me, literally, he said, don't listen to your grandma or your great grandma. You from Africa. You got some fucking audacity. You got a lot of nuts. You really do. You have a lot of nerves to tell me as a stranger to not listen to my parents, my grandparents, my great grandparents. Listen to you, a lowlife on the fucking internet who don't even know me and don't even know everybody else. Like, y'all be having some audacity. And to the black Americans who are African Americans, it's fine. If you from Africa, you are from Africa. Be from Africa in peace. But stop harassing black people because they go on by what they were taught by their elders who don't even have social media and who was never a part of social media and who didn't get the indoctrination that we got. Stop telling us to not listen to them, which is our blood relatives, our ancestors, because that's what they are about to be pretty much. Stop. Don't tell us to not listen to them. Listen to you. If you want to be that or that's where you're from, okay, so fine, be it. There are black people that came from Africa, but black people was already here prior to colonization, prior to all this shit. The world was predominantly black any damn ways. So I don't know where you get this everybody from Africa from. Like, y'all are flat out ignorant. Prior to the lands breaking up, all the lands was one land. But aside from that, we already been here a long time ago, way before these Native Americans got here. So what the hell are you talking about? And since you so smart, or any of y'all so smart, can you explain to me why Asians are doing their genealogy and DNA and it's saying Native American? They are Asian. So how in the hell the whole continent of Asia come from Native Americans over here? Or quote unquote Native Americans? Can you explain that to me? Or is it that the Native Americans here comes from Asia? As if everybody already knew. But help me understand. And the funny thing is, as a kid, you very intelligent, you very smart. I used to say, why do the Native Americans, like today, as a kid, why do they look Asian? Look at their eyes. Look at their skin. You know, and it's funny too, because I remember being in elementary too, I seen pictures of black Indians. So this whole, y'all so shocked that everybody that's not from Africa, y'all are flat out crazy. Why are you in shock? I've been seeing pictures of black Indians in elementary. Now, I think I was like the last class to see that, but yeah. The funny thing is, we instinctively mimic them anyways. If you look at our hair, especially Florida boys' hair, their hair mimic the Indians. Like, look at how their hair stick up and how their hair fly. And then another thing is, look at how they all wear golds. And the funny thing is too, is most of us already know this. Most people from Florida, their grandparents been telling them, you're not from no damn Africa. They've been telling you my granddaddy or my grandma was black Seminole or whatever you want to call it, Cherokee. They've been telling us this. They've been telling us this. So how is it that y'all don't know this? And I know you probably wondering, like, well, how do y'all get African DNA and genealogy? There's a possibility that black people may have mixed in with Africans when they got here. Also, there's a possibility that they're just fucking lying, because how is the Asians having Native American DNA if all of them are from Asia? Help me understand. So clearly it sounds like they swapped everybody around. That's what it sounds like. And another thing I find funny is all the Caribbeans are considered West Indians, right? So if all of the Caribbeans are West Indians and they black, or West Indies you could say, and they're all black, where in the hell did these red bone Indians come from? Where did these half Asian and Indians come from? How is it that all the West Indies are black? Black as fuck. All of them. The Jamaicans, the Bahamians, everybody black. But these people are Indian. How the fuck? I just don't get like how it just don't make sense. Really, it don't. And the funny thing is, a couple months ago I seen this this lady. I think she's 109, but she was explaining, because you know she's her ancestors, they left a lot of stuff behind, a lot of information behind, right? And she was saying how they've been, like, how her her people was like, it was pretty much one tribe in America, what we call America, right? And basically it took 7 countries to take down the tribe here, right? And she said the reason why the quote-unquote Indians here are called Indians is because they made it with the indigenous real Indians. Why you think they don't look full Asian? Now the ones today who so happen to get that one drop, they claiming that they Native American. The ones before them, right, like their ancestors, were half Asian and a little bit of Indian because they made it with the indigenous Indians. And then they just somehow stole the black indigenous Indians' identity. My question is, why is Africans on the internet showing their natural black ass angry because black people know their roots and where they come from? Why are you mad? And then it's funny because everybody is now bidding on black people. All of a sudden Cherokees recognizing black Indians or black people. It's like all of a sudden everybody believe that black people are from here, and all of a sudden other people are in an uproar because black people don't identify as fucking them. Help me understand, is this some money grab? Because I think there's a money grab. You losing your damn mind because black people don't identify as African. And you on the internet telling black people, don't believe your grandparents and your great-grandparents. Listen to me. The Satanism in you to even let that come out your mouth. And then another thing is, wasn't Africa one of the countries that helped take down the main tribe that was here before all this other stuff? Because if I'm not mistaken, that's another thing that she was explaining, how it took 7 countries to come here and take the land from her people because they was putting belt to ass so bad everybody was scared. They had to come together and take down the tribe here. Here's as to why black people be beating everybody ass and they ain't scared of no motherfucking body. That's probably why. But anyways, aside from that, the fucking audacity to argue with someone. Then my other thing too is, how are you going to get reparations for black people? Why are you trying to get reparations for black people if you and your ancestors sold them? Since everybody from Africa, correct? So you and your ancestors sold black people and you feel like you have the right to get a portion of their reparations. Help me understand. See, because y'all full of shit. Everybody full of shit. Very full of shit. And we are humans. We not objects. We not products. We're humans. We are not to be sold. I don't give a flying fuck who say what. We humans. And them motherfuckers is humans too. And ain't no other human gonna rule me. You out of fucking pocket. So, how is it that all these countries and all these people are bidding on black people? But we so violent, we so ratchet, we so ghetto, we unalive each other, we fight each other in public, we carry on so bad, we ain't got no manners, even though that's bullshit because I'm black and I know a lot of black people, including myself, and I don't carry on like that. So for you to generalize us and disrespect us, you got a lot of fucking nerve. But anyways, why are we angry and carrying on social media because black people don't want to share the same identity as you? Help me understand. If you're gonna be African or from Africa, be Africa in peace, okay? That's fine, do that. You know, some people grandparents were African. Like one of my great-great-grandparents was African, but the rest of them was all Indian. So this whole everybody is from Africa is just bullshit. And one more thing, why is it that when these Native Americans are quote-unquote trying to sue black people for claiming that they're indigenous, why is it that so many black people are winning a court case? Can you explain to me why they're winning a court case? And can you explain to me how is it that Asians have the same DNA as the quote-unquote Native Americans today? So did the Asians come from America or did the Native Americans come from Asia? Which one? And might I also add, there's an article about how Indians was traveling back and forth to West Africa. Hints as to how maybe that's how the slave trade came in. But anyways, if you are from Florida and you moved to Georgia for a few years and come back, are you from Georgia?
So the African nurse who came on here and said she was going to deny black Americans the right and accessibility to healthcare from her and her community, understand that you have unwrapped some shit, right? Black Americans don't trust the healthcare system. Black Americans have been burned, have been betrayed, have been denied, right? We're oppressed when this concerning the healthcare system.
We've experienced injustice when it's concerning the healthcare system, right? We're paranoid. We don't want to be around the doctors. We don't want to be around the nurses. We don't want to be in the hospitals, right? Coming on here saying that basically Africans don't want to give us care is going to write yourself out, because guess what? They're paranoid, right? We're paranoid. We don't know what your intentions are because we see our people passing away and expiring because of the negligence and the lack of concern and care and desire to care for us. We see it happen to our people every single day. So to willingly give out that information is wild to me, because if you're not caring for Black Americans, who are you caring for? Because these same white people don't even want Black Americans working and caring for them. So what makes you think that they're going to want an African with an accent, right? You're going to have to degrade yourself and deal with the racism that comes with that community, right? No one has been on here talking about boycotting shit more than Africans. I haven't heard about boycotting African hair braiding shops from anyone more than the Africans, right? To get on here and deny the group of people who are at the center of being denied the accessibility to fair health care, saying you're going to deny them too, and the group of people who initially started don't even admit no shit like that. That's wild to me. It's not very wise.
Oh no, we're very educated on the subject. That's how we know how to talk about it. It's just when we heard the jokes about our babies being gator bait and us not having no fathers and our ancestors being cotton pickers and how y'all sold my ancestors off for mirrors and how we're ratchet and ghetto and we don't have any class and we don't have any culture and we're the lowest class of citizens. And then we discovered that y'all also had a derogatory term for Black Americans and y'all get healthcare positions to specifically treat us bad and you profile our children calling them troublemakers. And y'all purposely don't hire us when y'all get in positions to hire us. We sympathize with y'all plight, sending money overseas to feed them kids with the flies on their face. But y'all made fun of ours. Y'all took advantage of our plight. So now our sympathy and empathy is out of the window. And there's a reason Black Americans are like the funniest people on the planet. We've been forced to laugh at our pain. So if we'll laugh at our own pain, what the fuck make you think we gonna make a whole comedy special out of yours?
So we're still canceling Kai Cenat. You see him, and you also see Vibes Cartel before and after bleaching. The other Caribbeans called Astray. And next you're gonna see these Africans. You see Cerinthia Erivo. You notice how they accept roles that we turn down. Wale called Astray. You can't tell the difference between a Nigerian. Amane is Ethiopian. Burna Boy Nigerian. Rotimi. Then we got Wycliffe Jean. He's Haitian. I mean, look at the feature. We got Mexican George Lopez, and then we got Puerto Rican Jennifer Lopez. I just want to show how much that you can tell the difference between us. And of course, the best, the blueprints. You got Kenya Moore, the Jackson 5, Bobby and Whitney. Halle Berry is mixed. Dorothy Dandridge from Cleveland, and Beyonce, that is Creole. Any more questions, comments, or concerns? I'm not going to stop. Y'all want to keep being dumbasses about how similar we look, how different we are? We can tell. Who cares if you can't tell?
Up and being, man, look at that picture, y'all. Look at that picture. How come getting sent home is always this bad? Oh, I get it. You're jealous of foundational Black Americans because you're so afraid to go back home to that dump you call a homeland. You got envy of foundational Black Americans because you're so upset that you're going to have to go back to that village. You see what the village make these people do? Do you see what the village makes these people act like? Do you see the crying and the tears that happens when they get told that they got to go back to their homeland? Homeland has never looked so damn bad. You know, when somebody is doing all of this right here, he's on the ground like a 2-year-old. I told y'all they have tether temper tantrums. I told y'all they got tether tears. He got them all in one. TikTok tether, tether temper tantrum, and tether tears. All the way live. And he's doing all of that simply because he got to go back to his homeland. So when you see Tether's afraid of the foundational Black American boycott, it's because we boycott. They lose money. They lose money. They get deported. They get deported. They see
They're talking about boycott. Boycott what? All you guys do is your hair. Like, okay, you might take a little business from Africans, from the hair shop, but what else do you have to offer? You like Come on now. You guys don't own banks. You don't own shit. What the fuck? Like, why you guys on here talking about, oh, we're not gonna go get our hair done? Okay, bitch. Then go with your roach hair that you have. Because your hair is dirty and it's full of roaches.
American cockroaches is one of the largest and most recognizable cockroach species. Despite its name, the pest is native to Africa and the Middle East, but it's now found worldwide. If I didn't know no better, that describe African people too.
And when we stayed in them apartments, and she never paid the bills.
Hello, my beautiful Black Americans. As this African business boycott is approaching, we can't just talk about it. We actually have to be about it, okay? So I have a list of companies and people we need to protest, because we do need to protest them at the local level, but we also have to protest them at the highest level possible, okay? So I'm going to start off with these companies here. We have Bread and Beauty Supply. The owner is from the Ivory Coast, okay? We have 54 Thrones. The owner is of Nigerian descent. We have Diva by Sydney. They are of Ghanaian descent. We have Red Lobster. The CEO is of Nigerian descent. We have The Shade Room. The owner is of Nigerian descent. And last, we have Essence. The owner is of Liberian descent. Okay, I also have a list of people we need to be boycotting, all right? Shabuzi, Nigerian. Toby, Nigerian. Rotimi, Nigerian. Wale, Nigerian. Tyler the Creator, Nigerian. Chameleonaire, Nigerian. Tyler, South African. All right. So this is a list of companies and people we need to be boycotting. However, if you have any other people that are from Africa, have that African descent, they are not Black American, put them down in the comments. Let's keep this list going, and we need to boycott these people and let them know that Black Americans are no longer taking any disrespect. We don't want to fight anybody. We just want respect. That's all we've been asking for. And understand that we have our own culture and our own identity. That is it. So until then, we boycott.
The same group of men who are sexually assaulting babies because they think it's going to cure their HIV status, or a group of men that have married their daughter off under the age of 13. Or maybe are we talking about them people who literally send their children to go get raised by other people? This group of people that we're talking about, we're going to justify them mutilating young girls for chastity?
I use this comment because this person is absolutely correct. This boycott is beyond just the Africans. It is for everyone. If it is not your essential items that you absolutely need, do not shop with anyone that is not Black American. Don't go to the Asians, don't go to the Hispanics, don't go to the Africans, don't go to the YT people. And now that I'm thinking about it, it was another African that I forgot to ban off the list. Stop listening to fucking Dr. Umar. I don't want to hear nothing else about Pan-Africanism. Get that shit out of here, all right? And stop letting these Africans tell you they don't need our money or they got all these resources. You know why? Go look it up. Look at the GDP of every single African country. The Black American dollar. So take the rest of the diaspora away and just do the Black Americans. It's about $1.4 trillion. Our buying power is more than any of their GDP. Any African country. Everybody right now wants Black Americans. Everybody right now is promoting to Black Americans. All these companies. Target. Who else is doing it? Vegas with Uno. All these different people want the Black American buying power right now. Hold your dollars for Black American people.
Problematic. Stay away from the Black people. And when you get here, then you treat us just as such. That we are less than, we are beneath, or like you are better than us. All y'all cultures, all other cultures treat us that way. Name a culture, and yes, Haitians too. Yes. Africans, yes. Mexicans, yes. Latinos, yes. Asians, yes. Koreans, yes. Everybody wants to avoid Black people and paint us in a stereotypical light. Minus the ones who then gain proximity to us and see that we are compassionate, we are loving, we are family oriented, we like to have fun. But when you are not in proximity of us, you run with this stereotype that this society has painted of us. And you treat us as such. Within the Latino community, you don't like that I'm saying what I'm saying. But is it true? Is it true? Is it hard to see yourself and to face those truths now that you're in a hot seat? Is it that? Because I find it really funny how now you guys are going through what you're going through, and all this time, would anybody have made a mistake in a Dominican for black? I'm not black. I'm not black. Nobody wanted to be black.
Boy did not want to go back. I damn near stopped the video and started laughing, but I was like, nah, just watch it. But that boy, woo, he did not want to go back. That boy was fighting. No. Let me stop. But it's crazy that y'all will come over here and talk down to us, knowing y'all do not want to be in y'all own fucking homeland, in y'all own country. Bitches, this is our country. This is ours. No matter how, and you Native Americans, you motherfuckers, yeah. Hey, truth is being revealed, and there's nothing that y'all can do. You can't put this genie back inside the bottle because it's out for everyone to see. So, best thing to do, pay us our fucking money, what is owed to us from our ancestors that y'all never fucking paid, even though we built this fucking country because it was ours. So pay up for that. Give us our fucking land and leave us alone. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. And honestly, it's like it's getting to the point where it's starting to feel like some people is like, man, they either pay or they burn. Like, burn this bitch down or pay. Not my words, just what I'm seeing. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe because every little click helps. Let me thank you guys so much for those. But I've been your boy Azrael. This has been another episode of Azrael Reacts, and I'll check you guys next time. Deuces!